Hi, welcome to Family Showdown, top 10 blasting music, list of games that we love that are ranked over 1,000 on BoardGameGeek.com.
Not sure how that intro went. I think we may have had the wrong mic on.
Well, that's exciting. So maybe you heard me, maybe you didn't. Not sure.
No, I think the desktop was playing through that mic.
Sweet.
But anyway!
That's cool too. You guys got music either way? Rock on! So yeah. And just to keep it exciting, we gotta have at least one technology fail a week, so... Yeah. What? It seems to be like the shtick, right? Ah, technology. But yes, welcome. July 28th, 2017. And another top 10 by yours truly.
Just you? Just you? Anyway,
that's the royal yours truly.
So it is important that you're saying the date because
there is, yes. Besides
because this top 10 list, like she said, is the top 10 games that are ranked higher than 1,000 on Board Game Geek. Literally, those rankings change.
Oh well, I can
instantly,
tell you,
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I went back to check some information and noticed one of my games had like boop moved like 2 spaces, and I'm like,
so
okay.
They change the rankings are basically real time. So when you did your list, the same exact game
is probably
may have a different rank than my game because I did my list just now. But
so yeah, so take the numbers with a grain of salt, roughly. Okay,
roughly.
If I hear somebody like commented and harassed Hunter later and said like that one's number 1004 instead of 1005, I'd be like, whatever.
Wow,
that's what I say. I say.
Wow,
that's what I say.
That's harsh.
No, it's not. It's reality.
Oh yeah.
That's right. You heard it from here. So yes. So I'm going to tell you how I built my list because I have a feeling it's slightly different from how he built his list. Just because we never do anything the same way.
Okay.
Because we don't.
Okay.
Okay. So I was thinking to narrow it down a little bit. I picked board games. I first of all clicked on the ones that I've already established that I own. And then I took those and found the Board Game Geek ratings for them. But I only did levels 1,000 to 2,000.
What?
To narrow it down.
What?
Because there's enough in there to pick a bunch of really good games without having to go through 1,000 through 20,000 or whatever nonsense. So I kept mine pretty narrow and then picked games that I was like, these are really fun. Oh, what'd you do?
I took every game we own and looked at the ones above 1,000 and picked my 10 favorites.
Okay. It's kind of the same thing?
No. Your list is 1,000 to 2,000. And my list is 1,000 to infinity.
And beyond. Interesting. Hello, Kabuki.
Alright. So, now that we have all that bookkeeping out of the way, at the end of the video, if you stick around, we're doing an unboxing and we're telling the exit game story officially this time, for real.
Supposedly. He wrote exit in huge letters on top.
Exit
He did. He actually did. That's awesome.
Alright.
So.
We'll remember this time.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. Let me get to the graphic junk. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to excite everyone with a ginormous sneeze.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I think I got this. Alright. You ready?
I am ready, Freddy.
Ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
My number 10 is an abstract game that, when I checked, was ranked 1,560 on Board Game Geek. And that is Dimension. I really like this game. I like abstract games. But, I really like the way this one works because it's actually three-dimensional abstract, right? You've got these really cool, colorful balls, and you'll get a certain tile that says you need to make all the greens have to touch a blue, or they can't touch a blue, or, and meanwhile, you've got 3 or 4 goals that you've got to do, and they may conflict, and you've got to try to make it a pile of up to 10 as accurately as possible, make sure you're not losing points, but you want to try to get as many points as possible. Really fun. It goes pretty quickly. Well, usually, right? Unless you get stumped, but it has a timer.
Yep.
So
it has no choice but to go quickly.
Yeah, it has to go quickly, and I really like that. It's pretty fun. So,
yeah, I like it. I just like how visually appealing this game is. The big wooden clunky balls that you stack and organize, and the game, invariably when I play it, I'm like, I put it all together, and I'm like, look at the rules that you have to follow. I'm like, I got this.
And then you start doing it, right?
No. I built it up.
No, okay.
And then I'm like, wait a second. Oh, and you take the whole thing apart and you start putting it back together because some of the rules isn't right.
That's awesome.
So yeah, but I'm not a fan of abstract games for the most part. This one's fun, but
interesting. Funny. But anyway, that's my number 10.
Right.
Dimension.
My number 10.
Your turn.
Is
what is it? Tell us.
A little card game called Capital Lux.
What is that ranked?
Capital Lux is currently ranked 1,576 on Board Game Geek.
What?
And apparently she missed it on her list.
What? There's my honorable mention.
Capital Lux. It's a fun little card game.
I knew this was too easy.
It's kind of a press your luck-ish game in a way.
It's awesome.
You have 5 different suits of cards. You have a capital area that you can play cards to, or you can play them to your tableau. And the goal is to not have more of one suit in your tableau than in the capital. If so, you bust and you lose all your points. And you're just building. It's 3 rounds, and you keep building and building and building. There's ways to take away cards. There's ways to add cards. There's ways to move cards around and all sorts of stuff. And basically, you're trying to have the best set of cards in front of you compared to your opponents, but you're also trying to mess with them by taking cards away and trying to bust them and things like that. So it's a fun little card game. Doesn't get a lot of love. It's one of those Z Garcia special kind of under the radar card games.
It definitely is under the radar. You're right, and it's so good. I'm bummed it's not higher ranked.
Just not enough people have played it, but
probably.
But I'm not as big. I mean, that tells you how good the game is. I'm not a big just straight up card game person, really.
Yeah,
and
but you like that one,
and it's good enough to be on my list. So there you go.
Yeah, I think it should be higher on the list. I'm just saying.
So that's my number 10 little card game called Capital Lux.
I'm gonna cry a little bit inside that I don't have that on my list. It makes me sad. Such a good game.
It's a good game. That's why it's on my list.
All right, my number 9 was ranked, possibly is ranked 1465 on Board Game Geek. And that is a relatively new little game called Insider. Now this one, I just recently got to really play it, and oh my goodness, is it a riot. It's a tricked up 20 questions with a, do you want to say an ally / traitor kind of person? It's kind of weird because we have an insider person who knows what the word is, and they have to try to guide everyone to get the word but not guess who they are. It's almost like the seer or something in Werewolf, right?
Yeah.
And it's just really fun because you're on a timer again, but you're playing 20 questions furiously with the person who actually knows the word, and just the back and forth on this. And sometimes you get this bugger of a word that you cannot get, and everyone, or you get horrible, one of those that just people are asking horrible questions, so it's really hard to elaborate on, and it's really fun, and the time pressure really kind of revs this game up quite a bit. So if you haven't played it, try out Insider.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of like the Seer, but they're their own team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It's a good one. I like that one. All right. Anything else?
No. It's a good game. Play it.
It's a good game. I like social deduction games, and that's a simple one to teach.
It is.
All right. My number 9 is...
It is.
A fun little game called Tief Taschen.
No, it's not. That's funny.
Tief Taschen. This one it came out, I want to say Essen last year or somewhere in Europe last year, and it's just now kind of trickling into the Americas.
Oh my gosh, this game.
It's a fun little. This is basically another kind of social deduction-ish game where one person's kind of the president or something, and everybody's voting for or against them, and depending on how you vote, you get money, and it's just basically a crazy, corrupt, political social deduction game where you're trying to make the most money.
It's Deep Pockets, right? Is what it's actually in
Deep Pockets
English.
is the English name for it.
It's so funny too that you put this on the list. We don't actually own this game, which is why it wouldn't be on mine.
And by the way, it's 4,518.
That's another reason it wouldn't be on my list. But oh man, how we ended up playing this was so completely random. We were walking through BGG Con in last November, and random dude was looking for extra players. It's like, hey, you guys want to play a game with us? So we're like, yeah, we're not doing anything, so whatever. And we went and played, and it was hilarious.
It was a hilarious game. We were laughing the whole time, and we didn't know any of these people.
And
it was still hilarious. It was.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was a real fun game.
Great game.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it does. I know it's just kind of trickling in. I'm hoping it does get wide release so we can get a copy of it, because it is a really, really fun game.
I think that's one of those games that, especially if you've got any sort of animated game group, right?
Oh, you have to be outgoing to play this game.
This is not a timid game group one, because you're outright like bribing people or betraying people left and right and stealing money.
Yeah, you can blackmail people, and then they can play anti-blackmail, but then you could not really be blackmailing them, and then they use their anti-blackmail
for no reason.
And it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like clearly the poison is in front of you.
Right. This is a fun one. I want to play. I really want to play it again. So I hope it shows up in America.
I agree. That's a goodie. That is a goodie. I don't even know how that game was at Board Game Geek.
Someone probably got a Essen.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. So there you have it. That's a pretty good one. Okay. My number 8, following in the line of Insider, comes in at a much higher 1,233. And that is Mafia de Cuba. Mafia de Cuba is another one that we actually just played.
You just played for the first
time. That's true. You've played it a couple times before, but I first finally got to play this at DGM last weekend, and oh my goodness. This game, if you didn't see our last program, we were talking about a little bit, and you get this cigar box, and it's got gems in it and roles, different roles. You've got the driver and the henchman and the FBI agent. I think with larger player counts, there's other ones too. Oh yeah, the cleaner. We never got enough players for that one. That one would be a good one. So, anyway, you've got all these roles, and so the mob boss, he's got, he knows how much is in there to start, passes it to the guy. One guy takes one roll out to kind of make it so no one has any perfect information. But he can decide if he wants to take a roll for himself or herself, and then also take take diamonds. You take a roll or diamonds, and how many is up to you. And then you pass the box, so everybody's quietly trying to dig around to get these out. And then at the end of this, I can't imagine how tough it is to be the mob boss for this. I would think, because you've got
I love being the mob boss.
Do you? I don't know if I would or not. You've got to deduce who took rolls, who's the FBI agent, who took how many diamonds, and you got to kind of all narrow it down. And so everyone's lying to you about how many diamonds they saw in the box when they passed it. And oh my gosh, it's really funny, and trying to pin people down to, oh, I know you're lying, and oh, it's hilarious. It's a great bluffing, goofy game, and you could conceivably tell the truth the whole time and still probably get through quite a bit of goofy stuff with that game, because there's so much going on with it. Yeah,
you basically go around and ask each person, hey, what did you see in the box before you got it, and what did you pass to the next person?
Yeah.
And what's your role? And you just ask. It's kind of your questionnaire. It's almost like an interrogation. Like, what'd you do? What'd you see? What'd you go around the table? And then you got this is speaking from the mob boss. You basically have to narrow down, okay, who do I trust? What information's consistent? Then go from there and kind of extrapolate. Okay, what happened? Something bad happened in this range. Okay, who do I think it is? And it's really tough. It's basically, for the mob boss, it's almost like a logic puzzle with people lying to you.
Yeah, yeah. And he gave me the stink eye a few times. Like, are you the werewolf? And no, boss. No, it's awesome.
We played really twice.
Did we play? No, we played 3 times.
No, we played twice. Mafia, we played twice. I was the mob boss both times, and I
thought
my team won both times.
That's true. Yeah, that's okay. I was on your team, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I noticed right away. I guess mainly it was from new player-itis, because most of the people were telling the truth about what they got, but lied about what they passed.
It was so funny.
So from
lie
that,
about it all. Lie about it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. there was 3 rolls and 10 gems, and it wasn't even anywhere near that when it came to me. And then so I would pass something random, and they're like, "Who's lying?" Then you both the people beside you look like they're lying to you. So
It's pretty awesome.
but you gotta be consistent with your lies, or you'll get caught.
Yep.
All right, that's a good one. Mafia de Cuba.
Yep. All right, let's hear it. What you got?
My number 8 is Where's Tommy When I Need Him?
What the heck is this game? I've
It
never played this.
is the Gnomes of Zendador.
Zavendor?
Zavendor. The Gnomes of Zavendor. It is 2,973 on Board Game Geek.
What is this game?
It's a little kind of an economic game where you're gnomes and you go out and mine gems, and the gems value, there's like an economy for them. So the more that you mine, the less valuable they are, and you have to kind of guess when to sell and when to buy the gems. So it's like a mining resource game mixed with like a economy stock market-y kind of game.
And it's fantasy. Did your brain just like explode?
It was, yeah. This game was really fun. This game would be higher on my list if I got more plays. I played it once at a con with the infamous Tommy. That's on our channel. He does always in the chat, except for tonight.
I was gonna say slacker.
But I love this game. This game was so much fun because it's like I like games that make my little finance gears start spinning. Of like, okay, if I hold on to the gems one more turn, maybe the price will go up and I can make more money next time. But if I sell all my gems now, but before he has a chance to sell, it's going to tank the price and he won't get as much for his gems. What do I do? What do I do?
I saw somebody make a point too as Drupal's online. I'm very curious too how many games of his were plus 1,000.
His entire collection.
That's a good one.
All right.
But yeah, that's a cool game. That's a
yeah, we should.
That sounds really interesting.
We should play this one at BGM. No,
Dallas Games Marathon.
DGM.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
But yeah, it's a fun little economic resource gathering type game.
Cool. All right, so onward and upward to my number 7, which was ranked 1,422 on Board Game Geek, and that is Welcome Back to the Dungeon. Dun dun dun. Welcome Back to the Dungeon. I'm torn. I almost like it better than the first one, I think.
I like this one better than the other one. I mean, they're basically the same.
They're the same game, but you have different characters and you have different equipment, and the monsters are kind of tweaked. So you've got this great portable little game that you can throw down with anybody, and this is just a great, for us, it's like a little slap together filler game that we like to smack talk to, and I just love the particular abilities and characters that they put in Welcome Back to the Dungeon. For whatever reason, the monster differences, I can take them or leave them or whatever, but I love the tricked up characters that they came up with for the
like
heroes.
The necromancer and the bard and some other things.
Their
assassin. They have
ninja.
The
ninja. They have a ninja, guys. Come on now. That's just awesome. So yeah, I kind of geeked out a little bit on that one, and it's just really fun to play. So I dig that one. If you've played Welcome to the Dungeon, you haven't played this one, you ought to give it a try just for fun, because I think you'll like the little twist on it. So pretty cool.
All right.
Everyone's arguing on the chat now about dwarves and
gnomes. Honestly, I don't remember enough about this game, but I think the way it works is the gnomes are the merchants, and there's dwarves do the mining.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it works. So,
see, there you go.
Just so you know.
Problem solved.
But I think that's why in the picture of the picture I put.
Yeah.
Where is it? Down there, over there.
Yeah.
It has the gnome doing all the economic calculations and stuff on the little board.
Nerdy.
All right. So my number 7 is... I have no idea. My thing is so messy, I have to wait till the picture pops up.
I think he does that because he doesn't want me to peek at his page, I swear.
My number 7's already mentioned, and it is... Insider! With a much bigger Insider box.
A yikes! Or should I say yikes?
And what's funny here, so just to reinforce what I said earlier about the rankings changed. When did you do your list?
Very early this week.
Okay.
Like Monday.
So you said Insider was 1,465, right?
Yes.
As of today, it's 1,454. So it's went up 11 ranks.
Hey, maybe some of the people that played with us last weekend are like, I like that game. Click, click, click. That's interesting.
Yep. So there you go. My number 7 is Insider. I love this game. Social deduction. super easy. What I love about it is it's so easy to cheat. This is by far the easiest social deduction game to cheat.
Oh, to teach. I thought you said cheat.
To cheat, you can cheat too.
Wow.
That's your thing.
No,
to teach.
no, don't cheat.
Because
I don't like playing
we
with
played
you.
it last weekend, and
oh my gosh, we just had people.
and
coming
people would walk up, and I'm like, okay, this is how you place it down.
It was great. Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, we played like five or six games of it, maybe 4 or 5 games of it, and the group of 6 or 7 was different every time we played. There was a different person that walked up and sat down every time.
That was pretty fun.
So someone would go okay and walk off, and another person would walk by, hey, sit down. You know, it's that kind of game where you can bring someone in, talk to them for like 30 seconds, teach them how to play, and boom, you're on to the next game.
Pretty awesome. Good stuffs. Good times.
I may have said cheat.
Yeah, cheat. Interesting.
So that is my number 7, ranked 1,454 as of about 15 minutes ago.
Now those are numbers you can rely on.
July 28, 2017. Insider. It's probably already gone up in rankings.
That's right. I'm gonna go vote on it now just to make you wrong. All right. So my number 6 was ranked 1,289. And we haven't played it in a long time, and it makes me sad. I'm thinking about taking it to DGM just because I love this game. And it is Pit. It is the classic 1903. It blows my mind that this game was created so long ago and is still such a great, fun little anybody could play. It's another one of those where people could walk up and you're like, okay, here's how you play this game. Not quite as quickly as Insider, but darn close. Because you're like, here, try to get 9 cards. Go.
Yeah.
You know? And it's rowdy, it's goofy. That pretty much falls right into our wheelhouse, right? So
yeah,
it's fun. I've got family members that will like flip the table and crawl over the table and dive through the table, to get cards. It's insane. Let alone our gamer friends. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, what's interesting is that it's a mass market game that doesn't seem like a mass market game. Like most I mean, there is a lot of rowdy mass market games, but this one's like stand up and yell the entire time.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you can sit and at a table and play this game, I think you're doing it wrong. I don't think you should sit playing
Tommy's
this game
giving me
ever.
crap about making my list 10 minutes ago. When as of now, it was half an hour ago.
It's all
I can make lists like this.
that I'm
I am
not
the list
procrastinator. Shockingly.
Anyway, what do you have anything else to say about your number 6?
It's awesome. Play it.
There you go.
Come play it with me.
My number 6 is...
What's your number 6? Ooh, wait a second.
My number 6 is the social deduction game, Salem.
Is it like a WrestleMania? What is
It is ranked 2,344.
Really?
On Board Game Geek.
Really?
Salem.
That's such a good game.
An awesome social deduction game. We did a blender on it. It is...
That's a good blender.
It's a fun one. I think Rebecca likes it because you don't have to be super lie all the time. You can just kind of just sit back and do your thing. And
I like cards. You're kind of playing cards while you're doing it too. So there's that.
Yeah, and it reminds me...
And you hide your rolls in the tokens.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit like kind of like Battlestar Galactica because there is you can be a good guy the whole game and then right at the end you become a bad guy.
Cylon!
And you don't even know it. I mean, you basically you become a bad guy and you're like, I'm gonna win. Oh no, I'm a bad guy.
Now I want to win the other way. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this is a great social deduction game. It's got a theme. It has a lot of history behind it. It has a lot of the people.
They did their research and their homework on that one because they actually put the characters and the people and everything that were involved in the actual Salem witch trials. So you'll see familiar characters when you play that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's I almost consider it almost a casual, if that's such a thing, social deduction game.
Yeah, because you really aren't sitting there like most of our games. You're the traitor, and screaming at each other. Yeah. This one's really subtle, and you're like, more of I accuse you.
Yeah, you kind of see what people are doing and how they're doing things and who they're attacking and who they're not attacking and gathering the information. So it's like a slow burn of learning information. It's not like you're listening for every little thing everyone says to try to figure out who the bad guy is.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, this is one of the few board games where I feel like would just be a blast to like turn all the lights off and just have candles and like totally whoop up the mood, like
Oh, yeah.
music
This would
and
be
like
a great
the
Halloween
theme.
board
Yeah,
game.
I'm
Yep.
thinking we may need to change some of our Halloween traditions.
That's
Or
my
something around there,
number
so.
6, Salem.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the other Salem board game.
No, this is the one that's in the cute little book with all the evil witches.
All right, what you got?
My number 5 ranked 1,264 on Board Game Geek, and that was Star Trek Panic. Why it's ranked so low? It's Star Trek in a panic box.
I think this one suffers from I've already got Castle Panic.
Panic and Star Trek. But
Yeah.
if you like Star Trek at all, this is a fantastic game. It's such a great little game because you're now, instead of the castle defending against trolls and stuff, you are the Enterprise and you get shields and you're fighting against bad guys and meteors, and it's very thematic. They did their homework on this one. You can tell they like Star Trek because of the little touches they put here and there that you feel like it is Star Trek and it's not a pasted on theme. It's just awesome. I love it. In fact, we haven't played it in a while. We need to play it again. It's another one of those that's on my we need to play this soon list.
Yeah. I just liked how the
So-
ship, like in Castle Panic, you're stationary,
You are
right? You just
stationary.
try to build walls. In Star Trek Panic, you actually your ship still stays in the middle of the board, but it simulates.
Yeah.
If you go a direction, all the bad guys move away from you, and if you turn,
so
you,
cool.
you,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can turn
rotate
your
your
ship.
ship and things like that to point you. Like if your shields are damaged, you can rotate your ship
Yep.
and block attack from people coming from
Yeah.
different directions.
Oh my gosh. It's so much fun. It's just a great game, and if you like space games and or really love Star Trek, you really at least go play this once and try it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's pretty awesome.
Yep, it's a good one.
So.
Not good enough.
Oh really? Oh really? I bet it's ranked higher than a lot of games on your list.
I don't care about the rankings, other than the fact that we're making a list out of them.
I know, because we're kind of mocking them. We're like, you think that's a good game? We like it much better.
All right,
So-
my number 5. I'll know as soon as I click on this. My number 5 is The Adventures Temple of Chuck. Chuck. This is Indiana Jones in a box.
Yes, it is. So, just out of curiosity, what was it ranked?
The Temple of Chuck is ranked 1,003.
Interesting.
It may not be ranked that anymore, but as of my list, 1,003.
Interesting.
It may have dropped down. It may have not been. It may have been in the 900s when you did your list, and it dropped down from my list.
Interesting.
But anyway, this is a great game. You're basically explorers going through a temple, and you're trying to gather all the treasure you can and get out and get out alive.
There's a giant boulder.
And there's a giant boulder rolling down, and the walls are closing in on you, and you're going
There's a river.
You're hopping across stones and lava, and some of them are real and some of them aren't. Some of them are illusionaries. You fall in the lava. There is a river you have to cross. You can either try to swim, or you can go across a rickety bridge.
Oh yeah, the bridge breaks
It falls
down
apart as you go
across.
across. And as you pick up more and more treasure, you're moving slower and slower and slower, and that boulder's catching up to you, and you start throwing treasures away to go faster. And invariably, you die.
Or you could run out with a tiny, skimpy amount of treasure.
Yeah, the
and
winner usually
survive.
gets out with like one little tiny piece of treasure. I win!
I still remember the game we were playing with your friend, our friend Carl. That oh my gosh, it was so funny. He was like, "Wait up, guys!" He had like 10 million. You can just picture all this treasure.
One move, got one move a turn.
And he finally was like, "I don't want to let it go," and he just had to drop it all or drown. It was just hysterical. And meanwhile, the rest of us
he was
were
drifting downstream because he couldn't swim because it was too heavy.
It's one of those games that you always have stories to tell afterwards because it's so goofy. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever got more than one person out.
No,
and usually we
so
all
either
die.
It's
Your best plan is probably just go to the exit and not even pick anything up when you play with us, because we're like, I want more, I want more treasure.
I usually have my one little treasure like a football, and I'm like, yeah, and I leap over your corpses. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad game.
That's my number 8.
I love
The Adventures, the Temple of Chalk. It was ranked 1,003.
Your number 8, isn't that your number 5?
Oh, my number 5.
Oh
sorry.
my gosh, his site's going too, guys.
No, the 8 means something else. That may be my Board Game Geek ranking
What?
of this game.
Okay, gotcha. Because it's good and it's funny. My number 4 might ring familiar to you, because when I checked, though, it was ranked 1,002 on Board Game Geek. That would be... Dun, da, da, da! Oh, look!
The Adventures.
The Temple of Chalk. Yeah, for all he said and more. There you go. That was pretty awesome. It's fun. Play it. There you go.
I guess we already did talk about it.
We already talked about it. I feel kind of
All
silly
right,
going,
straight on to my number 4 then.
Yeah, do it.
My number 4 is, I'll know when I click on the thing.
You don't know? Oh my.
My number 4 is The Feldness of Jorvik.
Yeah.
Jorvik.
He's a good game.
Jorvik's a good game. If you like auctioning and you like mean games, Jorvik is free. This game is
metal, baby.
It's yeah. When we first played this game, I was like, "Oh, this is a fun little auction game." This will be interesting. Then all of a sudden, it's like, "This game is mean."
It's like, "Oh look, I block you. You can't get that."
Well, yeah. The worst is like, yeah. You basically when you bid on something, it costs however many people have bid for that item, and if someone else bids for it, you may get outbid to where you can't even buy it. And the worst is up top because you have 1 coin and you bid on one. Then for every other item that gets bid on, the price of the items go up. So it's like you got 1 and the other person goes, "Oh, it costs 2 now, and you have 1 coin. I'm sorry."
Not sorry.
Oh, whew, that game was brutal. But fun.
That's the first time I think in a very long while that I actually played a game not to win at all. I was just like, "Oh, he's only got 1 coin left, and he really wants that card."
We did that 1 coin
and
thing a lot.
"Oh, look, it's 2 for you now." So sad.
So mean.
Yeah, it was funny. We were talking so much crap. It's more like we were fighting for last place when we played that first game of it because we were like, "Oh man, it's on."
Or you put like one guy and then you other person piles guys behind it and make it expensive for you to get. Oh. Or you have to waste more guys to lower the price. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's greatness. It's so much fun. Good game.
Jorvik.
It has a different feel to it.
I didn't say my number is 1,829 as of the time I looked at the list. So there you go. My number 4, Jorvik.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Number 3 for me. No, it's different. Trust me. It's okay. Calm down. It was ranked 1,504 on mine. And that is Timeline Challenge. I like this game a lot. I think this is really fun. If you've ever taken the little timeline games, and they come in the cute little tins, and you can just throw them down anywhere and play with anybody, I really like those. But this takes those and made a board game out of it, and it's kind of a almost like game show style setup so that you're using the timeline cards, and you're still doing the timeline game, but in slightly different ways and in bits and pieces as you're trying to basically roll and move through the board. And it's really fun because you're challenging yourself, you're challenging against each other. Sometimes you're just going for who's the most accurate. You get more points that way, and it's just really fun. The internet has yet to beat me, I'm just saying. Come on,
I thought they beat you once.
No. They were beating me, and then I came from behind and defeated them again.
We may give him another chance soon. In Tom Vassell fashion, this is my number 11.
Oh yeah, because it's you forgot about it, or you?
No. He, every top 10 that the Dice Tower does, Tom invariably goes, "Oh, that's my number 11."
Oh, okay.
And sometimes he says it twice in the same video.
Oh, no, that's true. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah,
but that's a good one. I like this one. I don't. The regular timeline doesn't hold as much appeal to me anymore after playing Timeline Challenge. Just because it's so cool to have the different contests that you have to do, it tricks it up.
Yeah, it's a blast. If you have the space for it, if we're not somewhere where you can only play Timeline, I would always pick Timeline Challenge. I absolutely love this game. It's a lot of fun.
Good one. Not good enough to be my top 10.
What? Something wrong with you?
Good enough. All right, my number 3. Hold on, let me click on it. I'll tell you what it is. My number 3's already been mentioned. It is The Wonderment of...
The Wonderment?
Mafia de Cuba!
You really like being the mob boss.
I love being the mob boss. It is so much fun.
You can always have it as far as I'm
concerned. Oh my gosh. I love when I'm interrogating someone and go, "How many gems did you steal?" And they're like, "I didn't steal any gems." I'm like, "Whatever."
You're lying.
Or you do one person's like, "How many gems were when the box came to you?" 8. How many gems did you pass? Well, 8, of course. How many gems were there when you got the box? 6. One of you is lying. And then it could be the FBI. That's the risk, though. It could be the FBI agent. If you ever accuse the FBI agent,
Andrea got you so good, man.
I love this game. This game is so much fun.
I thought she got you. That was good stuff.
I thought, yeah, basically we were playing the second game we played last weekend. I was down to the last person, and that person was either an FBI agent or a thief. And if I told her to empty her pockets, I win, and my team
awesome.
win. All the good guys, the good guys. I don't know if Mafia is good guys, but the good guys win. Or if she's the FBI agent, I get shot, and all the thieves win. No, actually, no, she wins by herself.
She wins by herself.
So I'm like, it's 50-50, and I just looked at her, and like, yeah, thinking that she's got to be the thief. I'm like, okay, empty your pockets, and she did like she's gonna shoot me, and then she dropped all the gems. I'm like, ah!
It was so awesome.
My eyes got like big as saucers.
I should have filmed that because everybody's eyes got huge. It was fantastic. That was good stuff.
Yep. So that's my number 3. She already talked about it quite a bit. I talked about it a little bit more. Mafia de Cuba.
Yes, and Tommy already put I Never Lie. He was always an urchin, a poor, sad little urchin.
He was a poor, sad urchin.
It was pretty funny. All right. So we're on to number 2. This one's an oldie but a goodie for me. And one of the top... Wow, really?
No, actually, it's actually a pretty fun game.
You're going to be like that, huh?
It's a pretty fun game.
It's ranked 1012, as of when I did this, of course.
Barely made it.
Yeah, it barely squeaked by. Not as close as Temple of Chalk.
Oh, I didn't say... I didn't say what Mafia de Cuba, but you already
what's
said.
it ranked?
1, 2, 3, 3, but yours was probably a little bit different.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Mine was 1, 2, 3, 2 actually, and then it changed to 1, 2, 3, 3 when I was
got pushed down. People were hating it.
It did. Shamey. But my number 2, ranked 1012, Beyond Balderdash. This is an oldie but a goodie. I think it came out in like 93, I want to say. And this game, oh my gosh, I had a great group of friends for playing this in high school and in college, and
telling you how old you are.
I know, right? And occasionally we get a good group together. It'd be good to play this with too. It's really goofy. You get these really ridiculous, obscure words that normally 98% of the time no one knows what the words actually mean. And you're going to write down on this card a definition or what sounds like a good definition for this word. Sometimes people just throw that into the wind and write something absolutely ridiculous, which is hilarious also. So you get this combination of people that are taking it really seriously and people that just throw something out there to make everybody laugh. And then the person who's it for that turn will write down the actual definition. They shuffle them all together, and then everyone's going to hear them all, get the laughs out of the way, and then place your votes, and then whoever votes on the correct one gets points, and then whoever got votes from other people gets points, and so everybody's vying for that. Now, Beyond Balderdash takes it another step, and beyond doing that with obscure words, they also have dates. So they have dates in there, so they'll pick April 25th, 1942. What happened then? And you get to write something down. Or they have people, they give you some person's name, and it's like, what are they known for? It could be the person that invented the screwdriver. You know, I mean, it's just really random stuff. No, not those. Yes, Hunter's very interesting to play this game with. And then there is also, the one that's really funny a lot of times too is they have movie titles, and they're from these old ridiculous movies or old obscure foreign films, and you have to write a basic one-liner about the plot, what the plot is for it, and it's hysterical. It's pretty awesome. So if you have a creative group, this one's a blast to play with.
Yeah.
And acronyms. It has acronyms too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of games with voting for the most part because it degenerates in kind of a meta situation. Mm-hmm. But this game doesn't really matter if you get votes or not, right? That's not the point. The point is to laugh at all the silly stuff going on.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So, like Apples to Apples, for example, has that same kind of voting system, and it just kind of degenerates into, I think this person voted.
Yeah. You'll put something that makes that person laugh, so they'll pick it.
Yeah.
But this one has, I think, a lot more effort into it and a lot more creativity, too, because it's also one of those you might accidentally learn something kind of cool, too, at the same time. Like, that acronym actually exists. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I find that game infinitely amusing. I love it. So,
all right.
There you go.
My number 2's already been mentioned.
It's Beyond Balderdash?
No! It is...
Oh!
Pit.
I knew it had to be on your list.
I love me some Pit. And my ranking was 1,292. No clue what her ranking was. It's probably something...
1289.
Oh, it went down. Oh, falling down. People hate this game now. Anyway, Pit is fun. It is just a scream fest, laugh out loud, crazy like adrenaline rush, and then after you're done, you have to go take a nap because you're so tired.
I'm kind of shocked our cards aren't all beat up.
Our cards are pretty bad shape for
Are they?
Pit.
Oh.
Not bad enough now, I guess, to recognize, but the edges are kind of worn, and none of them are quite flat anymore.
As it should be.
Probably from one of our. Was it Blender? One of our videos I took them and like did the 52 card pickup.
Oh, that's right, you did. That's his fault.
But luckily, this game is like super cheap and it's in for everywhere. You can get it in almost any place that sells games. It's so common. But it's a fun. I just like how interactive it is, and everyone is just. I mean, obviously you can not get into it as much and it's not as good, but I love that everyone's yelling and screaming, and invariably you're so into it and going on, you'll trade 2 to someone and they'll give you like something you don't need, and you'll be like trading, and you'll trade with that person again, they give you back what you didn't need again. You're like, stop this.
It's funny you mentioned that because that happened so many times we were playing the mega game, because I was in the room where you basically were playing Pit for resources.
Right.
And we would do that over and over. It's like, switch.
You get so into it, you forget.
Same one, and you're like, I gotta quit trading with this guy.
Yeah, you keep getting the same crap back.
And after a while, you just kind of, no, I'm not trading with you ever. You're gonna split it up and hand me the same card. Which I've done that. We'll trade like 3, and you quit trading with me, so you're like, 1. And I'm like, yeah, 1.
Give me one of the 3 I gave you.
Yes. It's so obnoxious. This is why I don't win as much, but it's fun.
Oh, that's a good idea. Tommy said do Pit for the one of the games for the championship.
If we do it early on, we could. Otherwise, people just won't trade with you and stuff.
Yeah,
There's some potential for corruption.
Maybe,
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't necessarily do that because the person that you don't want to trade with may have the cards you need.
Oh,
right?
grudging trades. Always interesting. Always good. All right. My number 1.
I would have people guess, but these are pretty.
Oh, no way.
These are pretty obscure games.
Good luck.
We'll just go on.
Well, you said 1,000 to an infinity. Okay. That could be anything. Although I think I saw people saying that it was going to be Great Western Trail or something for you. You'd find a way. My number 1 was ranked 1831 on Board Game Geek and has been mentioned before. And that is Jorvik. Hey, IT guy, you're fired.
I was looking up something. I missed something
Oh
on my list.
gosh,
I missed something on my list that someone just mentioned.
You
I have to do a formal apology.
Oh, man. Anyway, don't steal my Jorvik thunder.
Jorvik!
Jorvik!
We already talked about Jorvik.
Yeah, we did. And it's awesome.
Next.
I can't wait to play this again, actually, because it's Feld-ish.
This is one
but doesn't feel as Feldish because, yeah, it's got some of the same mechanisms and stuff going on, but it's also, like you said, it's got that mean bidding element in there, and you end up focusing so much on that in the game that sometimes the rest of it, I mean, I don't know. That's what I remember most about Jorvik when I go to talk about this.
Yeah, this would be a good one to play live, I think, because this one is like ultimate smack talk.
That's a really good point.
Major
smack
talk.
You know what? The last couple of weeks we've talked about it, several games now. I think we have a good lineup for some. If we can get our lighting and stuff to work correctly, we're gonna have to do some live play soon. We've been kind of fussing with the lights, so.
Yep.
Or the computer breaks or something. But
so why do you like Jorvik?
Why? Well, it's Feld. Come on now, kind of explains itself. But out of the games that I had in my list and stuff too, this one is one of those that I really want to go back and play again right now.
Yep.
And again, it's a mean game, but it's like not aggressive mean, if that makes any sense. It's like passive aggressive kind of, because you're not actually physically attacking anyone or destroying armies. You're just like, meh, you can't get that card. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
This game is brutal.
It's just kind of, brutal in a very passive-aggressive kind of way, and it just cracks me up.
It's not passive-aggressive at all.
Sure it is. It's just like,
You're totally doing it on purpose. It is not passive. Alright.
I don't know.
So my number 1 is not what everyone's saying, Conquest of the Empire. Because I have not played that game in
that's true. So we didn't
30-ish years.
Yep, so it's on the shelf of shame right now.
I really can't justify. If I would have played the one that's on the shelf, it would totally be on my list. But my number 1, I have played recently. I played with Rebecca. And before that, I hadn't played it for about 15 or 20 years. And that game is...
I bet I know.
What is it?
Is it the Blood Bowl?
Blood Bowl!
Yeah! Yay! I got one right!
Blood Bowl 2nd edition! The best version of Blood Bowl, including the new one.
Wow.
Because you don't have to put the miniatures together.
I can't argue with that.
So Blood Bowl, I love Blood Bowl. It is fun. I mean, like I said, I played Rebecca recently. Kind of took her to task. Well, I don't know what that means, but whatever. I beat her very handily. But back in the day, we used to do tournaments of this. We do seasons. We do full seasons and do playoffs and all kinds of stuff. I played this in college.
Bunch of nerds.
We were nerds. This is how nerdy we were. We kept stats.
That's awesome. Did you really?
Yeah, we kept stats.
Wow. So you're saying you like that game a little bit?
I love Blood Bowl, and I wish I had a regular group to do, the whole season playoffs thing again. That would be so much fun to do. I'm sure there's still people that play this religiously today. You have to find groups to do it. But yeah, Blood Bowl it's just a really fun football. I love football. I love fantasy. Boom, Blood Bowl.
Fantasy football sandwich.
It's nothing better than someone's running for a touchdown and you do this awesome sprint and you do a flying leap and you break your leg and the guy scores.
Yeah, that game. I rolled dice.
Mostly.
I was like,
dice.
I'm going to go for the football. I'm going to get... Oh, I'm not going to. Oh.
We were both... Actually, in the game we played, we were both rolling pretty poorly.
Yeah.
I remember one time there was a football, and we were just, trying to grab it. The football was just bouncing everywhere because no one could pick it up. And
it was kind of a comedy of
meanwhile,
errors.
we're knocking everybody over and killing people, and the ball's still bouncing everywhere.
It was so sad. But it was awesome. It was a fun game.
But anyway, that's my number one. The greatness that is Blood Bowl. If you haven't played it, try it. Even the new edition, I would try that one as well. It is just a fun. If you like football, if you like attacking games, it's like a tacky football game, and you can go anywhere from just a one-off game. You can do a full season. You can play all kinds of different races. I don't think the new version may only have 2 races. I don't know if they.
Well, I think so, but I don't know if they're adding them later or
they're going to
add them as expansions or something where you have to buy them one at a time.
They'll add races as expansions. Every race has a different flavor. Dwarves are kind of like the rushers, and they're really slow moving, but they're really powerful. And then you have the elves, which can dodge and weave through things. And you have chaos, people that have mutations and all sorts of cool stuff.
Very cool.
It's a really awesome game.
It is. It's pretty fun.
My number one, Blood Bowl.
All right, so a couple things I was thinking about that I didn't mention when we first started this list, too. I specifically didn't put any 2017 games on here because I figured they don't have enough time to go up the ranks. I actually debated about doing that with 2016 games, too, because of that. Because sometimes, really good games, right, might not have time to...
Yeah, I didn't do that at all. I didn't do that at all.
Okay, well, that's something I did. So I didn't put... Because I did have a couple 2017 games that I was like, I really like these games. But they were...
I mean, there's a couple here. There's a couple here on this list that I think will eventually drop off the list. Drop off the top 1,000 because they're going to go up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's one of the reasons why, like I said, I was debating about whether to put 2016 games on there and make them all 2015 or older, just because of that. Let's see. What was the other thing? There's a couple things. For those of you who are asking, I did not add. What was it called? Vampire Radar 1901 because it was below 2,000, okay?
Yeah, it's 6,000
so,
something.
yeah. No. Vampire Radar 1901.
1901. Well,
that one's like 10,000.
That one has like it has all 10s, but it only has 2 votes.
3. Z likes it.
What? No.
But yeah, like it's but no, that's what I did. I specifically didn't pick those because I thought, some of this, they haven't had that time to settle. So there was that.
There you go, folks. There's
so many games.
Top 10.
So many games.
Games ranked 1,000 or higher as of whenever we did our list.
In the week of July 28th.
2017. Now, we're going to cut the top 10, and we're going to go straight into an unboxing because I want to play some of these games this weekend.
I thought we were doing a.
We'll do that at the end. Make them wait.
Oh, dang!
Make them wait. We'll
Wow,
make them
you
wait
guys
till
have
the
to
end.
wait.
So we're going to do an unboxing. We got a shipment from Cool Stuff in stock.
Yeah, and they disguised it in a Fantasy Flight box today, which threw me for a loop.
Cool Stuff in stock.
Sneaky people.
Kabuki asked what the lowest ranked game in our entire collection is. It's going to be some obscure
I have
Latin game that she owns. She has all these crazy, weird Latin rummy and Latin weirdness and things like that.
Wow, Latin weirdness. Thank you. I'm sure that's the official title.
Here, let me go. Let's see if I can find it. What our lowest ranked
Oh, that's
game.
true. You can pull my list up. Oh, you're signed in for
Yeah,
you,
and
so.
I updated this list. It actually
Oh, so you have all my games in there too?
has everything that is on Board Game Geek. I did not add some of your games that wasn't on Board Game Geek.
Okay.
But everything
'Cause I added all
on Board
mine.
Game Geek, we'll look real quick and see
Okay.
what it is. While you're, go ahead and start prepping the box.
Oh, okay.
But don't open it yet because I want them to guess.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll give hints.
You're giving hints. Okay. Well, Hunter looks the stuff up.
Alright, I'm going to tell you what the lowest ranked game that we have that's on Board Game
My
Geek
box
that
cutter
we
go. I had a
own.
really nice box
It's
cutter
going to take a
once
little.
upon a
It's going
time.
to take a bit. It is.
My warehouse days. All right.
Hold on, one moment.
Oh, I gotta
One
move.
moment.
I'm gonna move my drink because I really don't want peanuts from Cool Stuff.
Here it
flying
is. The
into-
lowest ranked game we own
Yes.
is Snakes and Ladders.
Really?
Ranked 14,002. I think our version is Shoots and Ladders, but it's the same thing.
It's yeah.
14,002
That
Snakes
beats
and Ladders.
some of my obscure Latin.
It is one behind Candyland at 14,001, and it is 5 behind the Game of Life at 13,000.
What is wrong with people?
997.
The Game of Life is awesome.
Followed closely by Mousetrap at 13,993, which is just behind Goldfish at 13,992.
I see a trend. Wow.
The lowest rank, I guess, non-mass market game that we own is...
Find my.
That's mass market.
Find one of. Are you sure you have my Latin games on there?
Mass market, yeah.
I'm beginning to think
Some of them, the ones that are on the thing.
Oh, Da Vinci's Challenge.
That's not. That's
not mass market.
Yeah, Da Vinci's Challenge is probably the lowest ranked non-mass market game at 10,043.
There you go. Obscure classics games and stuff.
Look at the size of that mug.
Oh. I usually just drink straight water in it so I can keep track of my water.
All right.
Alrighty.
So here's your hints. There's 4 games. Count them. 4 games in that box. 4 games in the box. First hint. One was to get free shipping. It's less than $10. It is a small card game. Number 2.
Old Maid?
Number 2 is a press your luck game that plays a decent amount of players. Number 3, third game on the list is
What do we play?
a game that Rebecca played for the first time this weekend. Number 4 on the list. What is number 4? Number 4 is a game that we played at Criticon in Austin, well, Georgetown, at Scott Morris's thing. There you go.
What? I'm the blah now. Wait a minute.
Free shipping. What was the other one?
Oh, please.
A press your luck game. Game she played this last weekend. And a game we played at Criticon.
You didn't get Dice City, did you? You hated that game. Okay, I was going to say. What else did I play this weekend that we... Oh, did you get Yokohama?
I don't know. Open the box.
You totally got Yokohama.
Wait, they started guessing? Yeah, Tommy says Yokohama.
Yeah. Monopoly has a poor ranking. I bet you'd be surprised. Monopoly probably has a much better ranking than you'd think. Because a lot of... Well, that's interesting. That's a good question, because a lot of
I don't
gamers-
think we own straight Monopoly, so I can't... let me just type it in.
We used to.
Go ahead.
That's true. We have like 3 tricked up Monopolies or 2.
All right, go for it. I don't see a lot of
First and
guesses coming
foremost,
in.
Peanuts. The cat's gonna love
Monopoly is ranked 13,995.
me. So the gamers did decide to vote
And
on
I
this.
ranked it a 1.
Yay! Celestia! Okay, I couldn't think of what press your luck game. I was like, we played one recently. What was it? This game is so much fun. I think the girls are going to love this game. I am super stoked about
We
this
still have
game.
Blood Bowl on here.
Well,
Fire! The graphics department is fired!
man, you just can't keep good help these days. Tell ya.
I'm too busy looking at the chat.
I know.
Alright, Celestia. Tell us about Celestia.
It's a little cute little boat thing. At first I thought, oh gosh, this looks so gimmicky. I was very... Smokey just stole a peanut off the table.
Did he come on the table?
Yes! It was on the table and he stole it. That was awesome.
I think he's out of camera.
I think he's out of the camera range. But anyway,
we'll put a trail and see if we... There he is. He's right there.
Get him up here.
See if I can make him come over and get these.
So Celestia. Anyway, it looked kind of gimmicky at first, so I was kind of slow to get into it. But you've got this little boat that you build out of the cardboard pieces, and it's really cute. And you put your people in it, and you're floating from Cloud City to Cloud City. Oh, jeez. Yeah, please.
I'm baiting our cat to see if he'll come on the table.
Yeah, he rarely makes an appearance. It's kind of funny. So you're trying to... Each place that you go to in succession gives you better rewards. So you want to last as long as you can, but to go, the captain has to pay certain cards out of his hands depending on what you all get. Hello, Smokey. I'll see if he's just off camera. and he's...
Focus!
I'm sorry,
Celestia!
he's
Celestia is
distraction.
a beautiful re-theming balloon cup. Done!
You have to try to fight, debate whether or not you think your captain's going to be able to make the payment to be able to stay there. Otherwise, everyone goes back to start and you don't get anything. So it's kind of... It reminds me of Ink and Gold, right? Do you want to stay in and everyone divvy up the treasures and stuff? Or do you all fail and no one gets anything? And it's really cute, really fun game. And I love the fact that it kind of unfolds into all this stuff, and it's in this cute little box. So very cute game. Sorry, I'm distracting my cat. Oh,
he left.
He gave up on
us.
us.
All right, onward. So this is the Press Your Luck. So we got the free shipping, the played this weekend, and played at Criticon.
This is very light. Oh no! You got it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ah! Live play? This is so exciting. Okay. Does it come with the mat?
No, I have to buy the mat separately, and they're out.
Oh, that wasn't the free shipping?
They're out of stock.
Darn it! That was my free shipping guess.
No, the free shipping was a little card game.
Okay. Oh my gosh! If you have not heard the buzz about Century Spice Road, then let me tell you a story. This game is really cool, and I kind of have to agree with, I think it was Tom was talking about this. At first you're like, yay, I'm trading bits for other bits and doing stuff. But there's something about the way that they designed this that makes it really fun. And I love the fact that it has these cute little bowls that you pull your spices from and you trade. And you're kind of building up your engine so that you can get the more expensive stuff. And honestly, I think this may be my Splendor killer. To be honest.
Hooray!
We're about to have some technical difficulties. I love Splendor, but this one's a little bit easier setup-wise. I mean, it's got similar mechanisms. I don't know. I may
this
like
one
it
just has more thought to it to me.
It does, and I really enjoy the way this game flows, and the turns move so quickly. I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah, you play a card or buy a card. It's boom, 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 boom.
Got really simple. Yeah, it's really easy to teach because you follow the graphics basically, and it's pretty to boot. The artwork's great on this. So oh gosh, I will rant and rave about the new hotness in this one. This is a good game. That's my keeper. I'm done. I don't have to even look at it.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Okay, we send the other ones back.
Lies. He's never done that ever. Oh, look! I am so surprised. What is this game? Is it Yokohama?
This is the one we're going to give back to Tommy. And we're going to keep this one.
Oh, they look so much alike. Look at that. They're twinsies.
Well, can you tell? You think you can tell the difference if we sneak the other one back?
Especially since one's smaller than the other.
They look the same.
They look the same.
Unless you look from the side.
Yeah. See that? Nobody tell Tommy. That's amazing.
Yeah, I went and got it just so I'd quit looking for a deluxe edition that's a reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, yeah.
You have a lot of punching to do tonight, sir.
A 2. I have a lot of punching to do.
Oh, so there's a cheesy card game in here somewhere, huh?
There is a cheesy, less than $7 card game in there somewhere.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh. 3 wishes. What is
3 wishes, also known as free shipping.
Is this one the girls could play?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, the art's cute. They're gonna
yeah,
love
you
that.
try to get collect the best wishes. You have like 3 different types of wishes, and they're worth a certain number of points. And some wishes aren't worth anything, and all sorts of weirdness. Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah, it's 3 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and I'm certain Nessa can play this game. So.
Okay. If not, she likes to play with help, so she's at that stage, which is awesome. Oh my goodness, we're gonna be up late tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're up for that. You've been like
it's been a rough
mixing up
week
your
this week.
letters and numbers, and he's falling apart. I don't know.
It was a very busy, intense, stressful week, and I somehow survived.
You're alive.
But the reason we're doing this tonight is because we're actually having a date night tomorrow night. I'm excited about that. So we haven't had a, quote, date night in a long time.
Like an actual date? Yeah.
So that's why we normally would do this Saturday night, but we did it tonight because we're going to be busy tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it. Oh, wait.
No, it's not.
Do you want to tell the story, or am I going to tell the story?
You can tell the story and then I'll correct you. You get a gold star. Because you waited till the end. And have to listen to this terrible story.
Exit the game.
Exit the suck.
Let's get the offender.
The offender. Get the offending item.
The offending item right here. This guy.
Give me my coffee
right
stuff.
here. Let's talk about exit the game.
Let's not say we did.
No spoilers. Just animosity.
No. And so it begins.
So. Well, I'm gonna build to the actual story. So last BGG Con, we went. They hold a big event, a puzzle event. It's like a giant, 200 people participate.
It's 2 hours long.
It's 2 hours long. You're solving all these different puzzles, and within 10 minutes, I'm setting off to the side going, because I thought I was good at puzzles. I now know I'm horrible at puzzles. I'm good at certain kinds of puzzles, like logic puzzles and things like that. But the whole you fold things and do weird things and all kinds of words and this reference a thing on another page over here and you got to figure out that this does this and then you take those together and do this. That is not me. So that said, we played this game because we heard crazy good things about it. It won the Spiel Award and all that stuff over Terraforming Mars. Anyway.
Lies.
So we had to try it out. And within maybe 2 minutes into the game, we're already ripping cards out of each other's hand. Let me see that. Okay, I don't know what it is. Wait, we need to look at this. I have no idea. So we get to about 15 minutes in and we haven't solved.
We did too.
No.
10 minutes in.
It was see, we're already arguing. 15 minutes in and we've solved nothing.
That's true. You are the clock watcher. He probably is right about the time because.
So I'm I'm taking a clue because we thought it was an hour long. So we're we're a quarter in. We haven't solved anything. There's 30 something things you have to figure out. Maybe not 30, but a lot of things you have to figure out. So I'm I'll take a clue. This is useless. I'll take a clue. This is useless.
We already did that. Yeah.
And it was just, it just went downhill from there. Did I miss anything?
Yes.
What did I miss?
Oh, let me tell you.
Oh, jeez.
No, we have 2 very different ways of solving puzzles. I don't feel the time restraint because I like to sit and study it for a little bit, and you are focused on the clock. So if I sit there and sometimes stuff just pops to me. I'm actually okay at solving puzzles, but I have to look at it and spend a little bit of time alone with it, and then I bounce ideas off of people. which apparently is not Hunter's shtick at all. So after a little while, and I'm sitting there doing apparently nothing. He's like, "Give me that! What are you doing?" And then it was like, "Alrighty." So I have no clue what's going on because I don't even get to see the booklet.
And not to spoil anything, but a lot of this is you get a partial clue, and you have to kind of set it aside, and later on you get another partial clue, and you set it aside, and then later on you get another partial clue, and you set it aside, and then finally you get everything you need to solve a puzzle, and I'm like with the partial clue going, what is this?
Yeah, and there's
a lot of meta puzzles.
Well, that's the thing. I fully believe like there's a learning curve to these puzzles because now having played this, I know that I would be vastly better at playing these because there's certain tactics that you use in these that I'm like, oh, I never thought to try that. Now I know to try that. Yeah. I would jump to these things and try those like first and see if there's something that would pop out at me. But having never done anything like that before, it takes me a little while for that stuff to click, and it does. It's just I don't click fast enough.
Yeah.
For some people.
Well, I was under the mistaken impression that you had an hour to do this.
Well, I think you get a certain number of points if you do it within an hour or something, right?
But you can take as long as you want to do it. You can spend all day doing it.
I think he was going to set the table on fire when the timer went off for an hour. I really do.
Man.
Yeah, so forget Survive the board game. This is our relationship tester, an exit room. Apparently.
Exit the game.
So if anyone wants to see, like, the marriage go into flames, let's go do a live exit room. No, you get tied up and thrown in a corner for those. From
man.
No puzzles.
I am
for
out.
Hunter.
I am out.
I'm all over it, though, folks.
I am officially exiting the game. So there's the exit the game story.
There you go. Yes, he's still alive. I didn't kill him.
We didn't kill each other.
Yeah.
We wanted
he wanted
at
to
some
kill
point,
me.
but we didn't kill each other.
Yes. And I only tore cards that we were supposed to tear. Although I thought you were going to actually tear more cards than me.
Oh my gosh.
I was about ready to
At one point I was just going to take and go sweep the table.
But he still wouldn't give me the book to look at. Anyway, I'm not bitter. Not bitter. Yeah, it was an exciting game.
So you get a ranking at the end. I'm looking at everybody posting on Twitter. They got like 7 stars, 8 stars, 9 stars.
Did we get any stars?
We got 2 stars.
Yeah.
We got 2 stars. 2.
No.
We didn't get 0 stars.
Hey,
2
look at
stars.
that. We didn't, yeah.
So.
There you go.
There is the exit the game story.
Fortunately, yeah, the children were in bed.
So if you want to play exit the game, Rebecca is ready and willing to play with you.
Someone please.
I am out. I will try a different kind of game potentially, but I'm not playing one of those again.
So much a bummer.
There you go. There is our top 10, an unboxing, a story time with Rebecca and Hunter, and now we are going to bid you adieu.
Did anybody have any comments?
They were talking about that the different puzzle room
versus
games
exit versus
very
unlock or whatever.
They're very different. Yeah, they're very different from each other.
That's interesting.
I know there's one where you get.
Tommy says this is the hardest puzzle. Of course, we would start with the hardest one too. That's funny.
All right. I think we...
All right, peeps. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around for, like, the mega madness of a top 10 and an unboxing and a crazy story. And your usual banter, as always, was awesome. And we will catch you... When are we catching next? Early next week, probably? Maybe, potentially?
Yeah, probably Monday night. We'll see.
Yeah, that's our goal. We try to do early in the week, so we shall see you all soon.
Have a lovely one. Thanks for hanging out with us. The stop button is...